Welcome everybody back to another episode of Phoenix Wright. Let's do this shit. Alright. So how do you think the trial went this morning? I got myself some snacks and mango juice. How do you think it went? It got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances. Yeah. I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know is what Mr. Kudo saw. The apron strapped and the ribbon. And the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Talk about a terrifying case of contradiction it is. Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? Yeah. We gotta find one for Maggie or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty. Well, I'm officially at a loss as to where to start. Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first. I guess we should try to put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use, bro. That fucking testimony has no use or shit for us. Just skip over it. Yeah, that's true. All we know is that he smashed the vase, his groin got sucked, and that's about all the shit we know. All we need to figure out is the identity of the waitress who the victim really was. So I think the key to this case has to be at Trace Bien. Well then, let's go back and check it out again. Sure, let's go with this pack opens. There we go. Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing too. So, anything on your mind? Actually, there is something. I was wondering about she and the hoe. You know, like what he's like and stuff. Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about that guy. Well, we actually saw him. He looks nothing like me, though. I beat you so hard, he'll feel like you was smooching the express train. Phoenix Wright? You saying you Phoenix Wright? Because I'm Phoenix Wright. The one and only. Actually, I've learned a little something about my doppelganger. Huh? You did? What did you find out? Oh, yeah. Maya was working at the restaurant when I ran into Fonione. Who the hell is Don Fonione? Is he the guy we ran into? I don't even have his court record. Let's just say he was a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue for defamation. What's this guy's story anyway? What does he have to gain by impersonating me? Okay. Criminal Affairs Department. Looks like I choose not here. Never mind that. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow. Oh yeah, there's a thing in the back. Another. What do you call it? Another. What is that thing called? Shit. A blue badger, but it's pink. A pink badger. A pink badger? What? You think? Yeah. Everyone seems to be on edge. What are you doing? Calling the officers for the briefing quick. Can you shut down the station's server? Chief, quit playing on the internet. But my email pen pal. Oh. 1337AZN princesses. Save it for later. I'm turning it off now. No! Everyone's keeping busy in here. Oh, my game's lagging. Hold up. Alright, I'm back. Hopefully it's better now. Keeping busy. More like panicking, if you ask me. Something's going on. Something big. Okay, is it better now? Why is the game lagging so much? Okay, hopefully it's faster now. Okay, I guess Maggie's still in questioning. Okay, that seems faster. But we've got questions to ask her too. Mag E. Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. Okay, I got myself some mango juice. Let's just, what do you call it? Drink away while playing. Okay. Empty as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime too. That's it. Come on. Oh my god. Hey, that sounds like... Oh. Gumshoe. Oh, I thought that was the other guy. Now just call an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can. He's getting really worked up about something. No, that's the wrong number. Is that a reference? Looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just listening to the radio, pal. The radio. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, having lunch here? He is, and he's having the twin tea set. Oh, hell no. What can I say? Why so glum? This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal? You really drove her into a corner, you know. You always blow apart my testimony. Why, of all days, didn't you do today? Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it for once. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese. Would you have preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find. So did Maggie say anything to you about me? I mean, don't tell her. Don't tell him. Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. Something like that. Huh? Oh no, not Gummy. Hey. Why was he crying while smiling? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean it. Why? Why is this happening? He's banging his head against the wall. Oh, stop him. Oh man, poor Gumshoe. Bro, don't just poor Gumshoe him. Nah, I can never forgive Maggie for making my boy Gummy cry like that. So, did you like the twin tea set? I never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous my hands were shaking. So how did it taste? Well, for $20, I guess, I don't know how to describe it. Really, it was delicate. And he's just back to laughing again. Delicate? You mean you liked it? If it didn't taste bad to you? What do you call it? The fact that, these dialogue options are only linked to one box, so then you see like these most extreme reactions and then it just goes back to like nothing ever happened. What's the matter with him? Looks like he's thinking. That's it. I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. And I just realized, it's bad. That's it. It tastes bad. It's just kind of hard to admit it yourself when you paid $20 for it, you know? Maybe he should have found out the price after he had finished eating. Hey Nick, maybe that's why Glenn Elk came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set. If by fierce you mean fearsome. Speaking of Glenn Elk, that reminds me. We still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? So what were you all excited about earlier? Huh? That's right. You said you were listening to the radio or something. Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited. Come on, Detective Gumshoe. You can tell a little on me. What were you listening to? Nothing really. It was just the daily exercise show. Oh, Gummy, don't lie to me like that, bro. It's only one lock though. What the? A psyche lock? This lunch specials lobster is sure is great. Oh, now there should be like 12 more psyche locks just for him saying that. Why are there tears in your eyes? Nah, Gummy, I feel so bad for you, bro. But I gotta do it. Alright, I have to expose your secrets, whether you like it or not. Even though you're having it kinda rough. The radio. Alright, Detective Gumshoe. Tell me the truth. What were you listening to? No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you. We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... I have no idea. Okay, let's ignore it for now. That guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked. What happens when he crashes though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? He wasn't literally a computer, Maya. Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim. Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun? Fun? Oh, I know. So, have you paid a visit to where Mr. Alga worked yet? You might as well. His workplace? Where's that? A computer firm called Blue Screens, Inc. Or something like that. Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun, Nick. Let's go. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. We'll be fine. I know all about that high-tech stuff. I wonder about that. It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look. A computer firm called Blue Screens, Inc., huh? Alright. Oh, who are those people? Wow, this place is so high-tech. You can almost smell the electricity in the air. That's probably not a good thing. It is a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know. Who are you? Oh, hello. I'm sorry. Access is restricted to authorized personnel only. I'm actually a lawyer. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building. Understood. Who's this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show. My name is Lisa Basil. I'm the company director. Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. And that thing over her eye, isn't it the same device as Glenn Elks? That's a DMH, right? It's a HMD. Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's a HMD. All of my programmers here at the Blue Screens Inc. are supplied with HMDs. They do write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this. Oh. They are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one. So, what exactly is this firm's business? I'll try to simplify it so you can understand. We analyze the data management system required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating system and source level components to them. Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management. It doesn't matter. They analyze stuff. You got that much, right? The software we produce is distributed on CDs. CDs. Yes, compact discs, digital optical Storage media. Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music. It's a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now? I'm researching the impact of time slicing comment. Oh, okay. I think I understood. Well, you get the idea. That's the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that? Yeah. Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. Okay. You know about what happened, right, Miss Basil? You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know, it's terrible. Can you tell us anything that might be helpful? I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier too. But I couldn't tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with the blue screen's ink. Oh. How about Mr. Elk's desk? Have you cleared it out already? No, not yet. It's this one, right in front of you. Is there anything that might be useful to you? You are welcome to take it. I guess there might be a clue. There might be a clue here somewhere. About Mr. Elk. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from one or two bugs in his personality. Oh, like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. Shit, alright. That's what got him into trouble. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. Yes. So he was never really no trouble at all. A model employee. Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. We've got to find out what this trouble was exactly. Psyche locks? No psyche locks. About Mr. Elk. Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry. Why would you think that? I thought you said something about it just now. You said that he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Oh my god. How many? 3. 3 psyche locks? I guess Mr. Elga is like every other man with his own pile of secrets. Yeah. Of course. Okay. I don't think it's worth trying yet. Oh, this place. Oh, the motorbike is back. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of birdseeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway, at least not for now. Besides, any more seeds today, and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Oh no, we already know what this is. Hey, check this out. I wouldn't get too close to that if I were you, otherwise you might be in for a shock. My phony must be lurking someplace nearby. Just imagine, a tiger, loose in the city. Meanwhile, the real phoenix is like an abandoned chick lost in a vast urban jungle. Huh? Don't worry, someday you'll grow up and become a fiercest tiger too. Don't lose hope. Why is she trying to pep talk me into becoming my phony? What the hell is that in the back? I don't remember that shit. Oh, I can't even interact with it. Kitchen. Anyone back here? Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. Oh, it's that person again. I'll be back next month. Hold up. What? The third element. I'll be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid you might get a little hot around here. Okay, so obviously I remember seeing her, but there's something No. I remember seeing No. Where is it? None. I'll have everything ready, I promise. I love fire, you know? I love the way it crackles. None. Stop it, I beg you. Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you. Mas, non, this is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle. Talk to anyone, and I'll drive a knife right through your heart. God damn. Oh, none, you don't have to worry. You know, you worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It is oil for sandalwood. Shit. I do love raw meat from time to time. Oh shit, she's a fucking creep. And not that kind of creep, I mean a murderous freak. Ah. She's some bloodthirsty bitch. I'll be taking my leave now. I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye, for now. I have the shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become as a nervous wreck. There, oh, that feels good. Ah, oh la la, excuses monsieur. My eyes, your eyes. If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this, the oil of sandalwood. Isn't this just a leftover of what you were using? You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong? None. You are right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, none? That way I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you this dish supreme. Putting on a brave face, huh? That's what girls do, Nick. He's not a girl, though. But you are right, business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People do not understand it. They think it is trade. I want people to think that my restaurant was exclusive. But they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays. Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry. Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I'll defend it till the final. No one will take it from me. So, who was the woman you were just talking to? Oh la la. You saw that? Well, yes, sorry. So who is she? She looks so polite and graceful. Polite, graceful. Maya, were you listening to anything she said? And she likes raw meat and fires, right? I don't think that's what she meant. I'll be back next month. Ah, naturalmente. I'll be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might be a little hot around here. None. I will have everything ready. I promise. Is she planning to commit arson or some shit? Now that I think about it, hey, Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having. You think so? Well, then let's show him that piece of evidence and see what happens. What piece of evidence? Oh, is she, what do you call it, the person, what do you call it, he has debt towards. As long as that paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with the broken wings. An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it. They kept harassing me month after month. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them. Help them with what? Amazing, sir. If I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied. Please, what do you agree to help them with? None. I cannot say. If I tell you, that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with the salad garnish. Ugh, I hope she doesn't mean that she'll literally slice up and serve him. He will literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm gonna guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right? Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman. Okay. Is he gonna tell us about the woman? The woman who was just here earlier, I take it that she's, well, as it comes to this, what a tragedy. Suddenly I find myself so deep in Ledette. It is a sign of the bad world we live in, huh? No, I'd say it's more of a sign of the bad culinary skills. The woman who was here, she's a scary woman she is from the loan office. Loan office, is that where you borrowed $500,000 from? Tender lender, it is called. catchy name, and just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money. Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10. $10? Sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya. Hey, I get a bit more than that. Thank you very much. So Tender Lender is the loan office that you borrowed $500,000 from, huh? I wonder if they've got anything to do with this case. Probably. I'm a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I'm like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me. Who's this he? The tiger. Tiger? Tiger? Oh, is that the, what do you call it? Is that the Phoenix Wright from Wish.com? Is the manager, is this Tender Lender, a terrifying man, a big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of that battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry. A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter. Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Oh, none. This man is a present, a most formidable personality. Although, he does have the spiky hair, just like you. There is resemblances there, I suppose. I knew it. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all. Alright. We have to check out this Phoenix Wright from Wish. If you want to visit the Tender Lender, it is just beyond Vitamin Square. Hey Nick, if you need money, I can loan you some, as long as it's less than $3. Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? Okay. Vitamin Square. And from here, Tender Lender. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Oh, wait, look at that in the back. That's, that looks like my outfit. It even has the attorney badge on it. And behind that, what the hell is that? That looks like Doflamingo's outfit from One Piece. Okay, that's obviously not Doflamingo's outfit, but whose is that? I seem to remember it. I seem to remember it from some like defendant from some previous case, or like somebody we've seen. I don't know. Looks like the tiger isn't just his lair, and that is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome. Talk about a creepy voice. It makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. Oh, you're here to discuss a loan? No, not exactly. The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. Bro, she looks literally out of some horror game. She's gone, just like that. I guess we'll have to come back another time. But this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick. Let's take a look around. Okay, just looking at the back, you can see, what do you call it? Phoenix Wright's, blue, what do you call it? Suit he wears. Just without the tie and the shirt underneath it. Do you think it'd be okay? Of course. No one will ever know. It even has the, what do you call it? It even has the attorney badge on it. Coffee. Ah! I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly. Yes, thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. What the hell's that on the floor? Nick, let's get out of here. Now she wants to get out of here? What the hell's this? Oh, no. Someone dropped their ashtray on the floor. That's gonna be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, on the carpet too. It's all over the rug and everything. I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning it up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal. How did she manage to knock one of those over? Aren't these supposed to be super heavy? Oh, hey. There's a book of matches here too. Matches, huh? Please don't give... places don't give those how much nowadays. Huh? Hey, wait a second. What is it? Look what's printed on the cover. It says Très bien. These matches could come in handy. We might be able to use them. Yeah. The pilot keeps for the officer boiler keeps going out. Swing and miss, Maya. Swing and miss. Okay, look at that. Hey, look at that Parisian style coat. It's so cheap. It looks like a pump coat to me because I haven't got an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this. The suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick. The same color as my suit. Ah! Keep your voice down, Maya. Nick, you gotta take a look at this. Some cake. Ah! I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Just wait here quietly. Otherwise, sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said. Yeah, sure. I have my eye on you. Only so I can take care of you. Understand? Or she's creepy as shit. Why'd she bring us stuff, though? I'm scared, Nick. So? Well, what were you getting so excited about before? Look, on the lapel of the suit. Is that cardboard? That looks like cardboard. That's an attorney's badge. Is the tiger a lawyer? No way, look at this thing. It's made of paper. Oh, paper. Paper badge. For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick. Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one? So, now I've got... Look at this. No, where's my court record? I've got my real bag, and I've got the fake badge. They don't look anything like each other. Oh, so we just stole it. Okay, he has a punching bag here. What's this? It's a punching bag. What? No way, you wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that. What do you mean, walking around? The design's gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. And why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messengers bags are in? I knew it. I was right before. Back at Très Bien, Paris fashion is more my thing. I really hope she's pulling my chain on this one. So she said don't check the desk. I'm kind of scared to see what will happen if I check it. Went through compromise. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. It must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that. Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me. Oh my god, she's back again. That... Ah! Maya! Calm down, Maya. That's Tenderlander's guiding principle. How does she just keep like sneaking up? Oh, she's like an actual horror game woman. Compromise the customer to win. Oh, I see. How about you, Nick? Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever have to explain to their customer. But the way she just laughs after she says everything. That's one impressive desk on one impressive rug. It's solid gold, Nick. Gold. Just look at that shine. Only real gold shines like that. Would you really want such a shiny desk, though? I don't know. But let's see what it's like to sit at a solid gold desk. She's gonna appear again, just watch. Wow, I'm completely dazzled. That's because it's completely dazzling. I can see up my nose in that reflection. That's gotta be really distracting. So the desk isn't practical. No surprise there. Okay, never mind, she's not here. There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud, it's a wonder why you can hear it. The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished? The coffee? Ah! Yes, thanks. It was lovely. So, you drank it. Oh? Bro, they haven't even touched it, have they? If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup. That coffee, it was laced with something. I'm almost sure of it. Nick, my stomach, it's killing me. Oh, wait. Maybe it was just a burger I ate for breakfast. Wait, what if she was, what do you call it? So, what do you call it? No one saw her face. The old man, what do you call it, saw her from behind. What if that was, what do you call it? No, that still doesn't make sense. Because Maggie was the one who gave them the coffee. I was gonna say, what if she was actually dressed up and pretending to be Maggie when she gave the coffee, but that also wouldn't make sense because Maggie remembers giving them the coffee. I don't know. I sure hope so. We better take a look at the CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the? What? It's not Rocco soundtrack, is it? A Claw of the Tiger? Oh, I bet it's that, what do you call it, MC Bomber thing. It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber. I knew it. What? This must be the CD Maggie told us about. Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal. No way. That woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. Whoa! Oh, it's that guy, isn't it? The fake Phoenix Wright. The tiger guy. The Wish.com Phoenix Wright. Ah! Come out from under the desk, Maya. What are you two snooping around in my office for? Nothing. We were just... Wah! My precious carpet. You've got ash on my rug. You're gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door. It wasn't us. It was only like yous wanna argue with me. Is that what you're doing? You think yous can take me on? I'm gonna flatten yous into pancakes and turn yous into my new rugs. Oh, don't Tiger, what? You're back. That voice, it's like evil seeping into your head through your ears. That's just her again, I bet. Yep, I knew it. I'm sorry. Don't, Tigray. I knocked over that ashtray earlier, and... Has she got a death wish or something? Oh, right. Huh? Forget about it, Valeda. It's nodding. What? I'm not gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear? That's so unfair. And she's just laughing. Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're still discussing your loan. Phoenix Wright! Yes? You was either crazy or you just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you just gotta come and mess up my plan. So it was him. He's my phony. Hey, but I don't care. No one gets in my way. What? I mean, excuse me? You should have left the little girl at home, right? I have a few things I want to... No questions. This is the last time we meet. Wait, please. That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted at him. Like you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream, hold it, either. The espresso. And cookies. This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lender. Voila is her name. With a warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business, a conscientious rate of interest, and an attractive repayment policy. Why do I get the feeling the sentence is not going to end well? We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tender Lender. Hey Nick, things are a bit tight for Wright & Co. at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why didn't you take out a loan? Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much. Tender Lender is on your side. So, let's say I'm late with my payment. What happens then? Would you give me more coffee? Strong coffee. Right. I think I'd rather skip town. Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. So, what do you know about the incident we're investigating? What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager. The manager being the tiger. Furio Tigre. Furio Tigre. So that's where the tiger thing comes from. Jin Hope's got a real name. Nick, hurry up and find more about him. Finally, I can stop calling him that and actually call him something normal. Tigray. So his name's Tigray, alright. I was still investigating though. So we've investigated this stuff. Let's see. The round doll, this thing is called Daruma, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured, in case you're wondering. You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change? I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always write himself. Go on, Nick. Give me a good shove. Only if I feel like dying. Now, this yellow thing. This is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king. Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reverse-y person, you know? Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Hey, there's a piece of paper sticking out from under here. What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some work on his car. Does he even have one? $15,000 to replace a bumper and a light. That's insane. The car's registered to the Cadaverinis. Huh? So it's not the Tiger's car? Why would someone else's repair bill be in the Tiger's office? Oh, okay, never mind. Can I ask you about the Tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigray? Cookie? What do you mean, cookie? Sure. How do you like my cookies? I baked them by myself. Go ahead, Nick. The honor is all yours. No. Ladies first, Maya. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the Tiger and this scary girl doing working together? We are lovers. That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice. And I owe Don Tigray my life. He's the one who saved me. The Tiger saved you. Please address him properly as Don Tigray. Otherwise, I'll have to... Okay, Don Tigray. Of course, I'm sorry. He saved her life. I'd sure like to know how that happened. Okay, explain to me. I'm very frail, you see. Just recently, I died. Once. So you're a ghost, it makes sense. You died? About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope. I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx. But Don Tigray, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything. When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee, an espresso. I still wonder about her, what's in her coffee. So, is that what you've got, that bandage around your head? This? So what's the story with the bandage? They put her on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. A fatal injury? Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once? Oh. Lies. 4 psyche locks though. She really creeps me out, Nick. Same here, but we've got to find out the truth. Bro. Is there any I don't think there's any point to like crying it out this early. There he is. Old CD's back feeding the pigeons again. Oh my god, are we dead ass? There, take this, and get out of my park. Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya. Just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can. What? What? Hello, old man? No. What are you doing, Maya? Huh? Hey, he just turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo. Pigeon. Look, we really need to talk to you, alright? Out with it, demons! In with good fortune. Ow, ow, ow! Seeds, shell splinters, painful. I always knew you were a demon, Maya. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today. Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside that he can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal. Not at all. Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw that waitress put it in. She put some powder into the young lad's Javicino. Hold up, look at the hair. That is not her. Oh. No, that is a clear difference. That is this person's hair right here. That's her hair. Actually, no, there's no bandage though. Okay, never mind. We hear you. And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles. We're really sorry. So I made a little mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you. Okay, I'm sorry, soaked groin. Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo. Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-haired brat. Take this. You said you were a craftsman, right? The modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves. Surely it's not that. I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the Shogun. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer. I was born one. Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself. I wanted to stick my finger up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection! Oh, so, did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. I've got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to burst out. If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What do I do? Cut in. Actually, we've got places to go, things to check and stuff, and maybe another time. Fine, whatever. Just don't forget, I've got a tsunami's worth of grumbling to do. Yes. This girl right here is really looking forward to hearing it all. Honest. What? I never said that. Come to the place where I work then. Here, bring this along with you. What is this? It's covered in seeds. A discount coupon for a burger? He really wants someone to grumble at, huh? Although it is a burger joint. What? Oh. Alright, let's just suck it up. Guess I better let him talk. So, there's not much call for craftsmen these days then. Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands. Errands? Everyone takes advantages of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of two-bit community handyman? Well, buy some bread, now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they want mean? Get lost. That's what they're trying to say. Oh, yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at the restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I? I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute, what did he just say? At home and at that restaurant? Hold up, by restaurant, are you talking about Très Bien? Did you get asked to run an errand there too? Yes, I did, the very day that young Brad was poisoned. What? Oh my god. You could have said that in the court. What do you call it? That would have been probably be better evidence than, what do you call it, your groin getting soaked by a flower, by a, what do you call it, a vase. So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do? Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed, and I broke that vase. It all happened so fast I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me. Excuse me, you call the police. Call them yourself, I should have said back. But I didn't think of it at the time. So, did you end up calling the police? Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze. Did you call them on your cell phone? Do I look like I'd have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course. You went looking for one? I couldn't find one right away, you know, wandered around for 5 minutes or so. 5 minutes? So for 5 minutes after the incident happened. You know what? I have a, I have a hunch that she was supposed to serve the coffee, but she got knocked out, and then she actually served it, but it was poisoned. How she hit her bandages, I have no idea though. Yes, sir. The owner was at the Tribune on his own. Why did you mention this in court? Why didn't you mention this in court this morning? Well, I would have if you'd given me the chance, but you bullied me out of the courtroom. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. What? Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame. Well, maybe if you were, you would have spoken about that rather than a vase soaking your groin. Then, maybe then, what do you call it? We would have had a better idea. You could have at least told us before we got to court. Is it really that important to that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious, which leaves that man, alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo may have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant. Oh, sure, you go on ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead. We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie, and from Mr. Armstrong. Okay. Detention center. Oh, she's still not here? Fine. Look like Mr. Armstrong's out again. Bro! But the place is open for business. You can't leave an open restaurant without a chef. Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. Missing when we need to talk to him the most. Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose? I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought that you tried to win big, just like Glenn Elk did. It's like you can see right through me. Oh, that was actually pretty easy. Huh? I've cracked him already? See, pal? That's why I said it was nothing. My God. Alright, Gummy. Full bar. I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try. What's with everyone in the lottery? So, how did it go? I won 50 cents. Oh, shit. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad. Yeah, I know the feeling. I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elk, see? And they've got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal. I bet that's what Mr. Elk was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah. What time is it now? It's just after 1:30. And the lottery results already broadcasted at the same time? Yeah. Look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket. Millionaire Radio. That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick. Then buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Well, I'm gonna head back to the present now. We've got a big meeting starting in a bit. About Maggie's case, you mean? No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside. Okay, well, see you later then. Bye. Laters, Gummy. Alright. Now, I have a plan. I want to go... Oh, he's back. Hi, Gummy. You better get going, detective, or we'll be late. Actually, I kind of got a favor to ask. It's a big one. A favor. Yeah. It's for, Maggie, actually. I was kind of hoping you'd give this to her for me. What is that? Is that rice and sausages? What is it? It's a lunchbox. I got her early so I can make it. Aw. I've been real worried about her. She looked like she lost a lot of weight. Bro, he's going through the time preparing like lunches and what do you call it? Trying to get Phoenix to find contradictions in his testimony, and then she, what do you call it, straight up said she hates him and never wants to see him again. Detective Gumshoe. How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on earth who could down this much meat. You think? I love weenies. I can't get enough of their tender juiciness. So will you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal. I can't exactly say no, can I? Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry. Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie. Okay, so I guess we have to give this to Maggie first. He's finally gone. Okay, where would Maggie... Oh, detention center, right? Oh, she is here. Oh, Mr. Wright. Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you? Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm gonna stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. You're kind of a prime suspect. Weren't you scared? I was pretty. It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident anyway. Is it possible she is the one misremembering things? Okay, let's give her. Oh yeah, I've got something you're gonna love. Really? What is it? A lunchbox just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else wouldn't make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe. He's really worried about you. It looks like he put a lot of effort into making this too. I can't accept it. No, what? Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. You were just gonna accept it if you knew it wasn't Detective Gumshoe who made it. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But she's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But I guess so. Bro. Well, how was it? That hit the spot. I love weenies. Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. Bro, he put so much effort into making that thing, though. Nah. Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember. Yep. There's just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. But didn't Mr. Kuda testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup? So do you really think it was that disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it. Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right? It was MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrolled on the sports paper as well. They never did find the CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too. Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me. You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenn L, collapsed, right? Yes. It's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. Oh, after. Okay, so. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir. So between that time and the victim collapsed and the time of the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Très Bien? No idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old City wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police. Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No, you don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? I think that's what happened. When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved at this at all. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said said as much when we spoke with him earlier. I don't know. The things that the man says don't add up for some reason, sir. Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out. Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about Old CD. Okay. I feel much better after the trial this morning. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as well to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with, it doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true that there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say. It was an old man. Oh, what? Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. Oh, a woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So, what did this woman look like? Wait. You know what I think happened? Okay, I have a hunch, alright? But what I think happened is there were actually two separate crime scenes that happened. Oh no, there was one crime scene, but it took over so long that it looked like it was the illusion that there were two. Wait, let me just explain. What I think happened is that Maggie delivered the coffee to the table. Maggie was knocked out. Okay, there was some other guy. What do you call it? Then Maggie was knocked out. Then, after she was knocked out, the fake waitress, who I think is the creepy-looking horror game lady, she walked up, poisoned the coffee, which the old man saw, then put it down, and he drank it, and he died. I think that's what happened. It's just a hunch, but she was sort of creepy, and she had a kind of a cackling laugh. That is her. Violetta is her name. We don't even know her age. Possibly part of the staff tender lender, a thoroughly bitter person. Creepy. Cackling. Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? Should we... I know I used to be on the police force, sir. Oh. The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No! Just when some young guy was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend. Wow, this place is really buzzing. Yes. Something must be going down. Something really big. Huh? What are you doing here, pal? Gummy! Detective Gumshoe! You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay. Huh? We've got big problems here today. Why? What's going on? It's a virus. A virus! A virus? There's a virus ripping through the president's computer system. But I really need to ask you some questions. Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up. Yes? No matter how poor you get, you never borrow money from a place like this. You hear? Okay. If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there. We're not thinking about borrowing money, detective. We want information. Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tender lender is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. It seems like it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed calling in all their debts. Really? Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret if you upset that lady. Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady. Voila. Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick? We better find out what the story is with this lady. So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know. Oh my god. What? Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal? But don't you know, like, a lot about, like, technology? And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable. What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is? Well, Nick, do you? A computer virus, sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on. Dr. Wright, eh? Has a nice ring to it. Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to you, the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage. Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode? No. Damage is, well, it's all internal. So the inside goes boom, right? Oh my god. Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here in the station. Virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Whoa, that's scary. Yeah. And what's even more scary is that viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster. Just like a real virus, huh? But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that? Oh my god, bro. Maya and, Gumshoe both share the same brain cell when I'm trying to explain what a virus is. Yeah, it takes ages to type in all the data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal? No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's. What? That's horrible. Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Gatto so he catches a cold. Right. Then you wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Who? What? Where? When? And why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage. And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before. The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it before too. Okay, so that's the girl who works over at Tender Lender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? That shouldn't be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Her name's Vola Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini. Bruto Cadaverini. Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him. Bruto Cadaverini is the boss of the Cadaverini family. The Cadaverinis. That's one scary sounding name. We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? No, I don't remember saying I was ever going to. I better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. Alright. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis? Who are they? A bunch of scary people, that's who. You're a cop, and you're scared? What's that about? Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop, these guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah. Moolah, as in money. They pretty much control the cash on the city's black market. The black market, huh? And that includes Tender Lender, I take it. Wow, so you got a counterfeit version of Phoenix Wright then. I see. Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini, and I mean no one. Interesting. So, Vala's the granddaughter of some mafia boss then. Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him. So, how did she end up at Tender Lender? I don't know, pal. But I heard she's the boss of the Tender Lender. She and the boss of Tender Lender are pretty tight. That's what it said in the file I read related to Maggie's case. Sounds like a pretty important clue. So he pretended to be Phoenix Wright, and acted stupid on purpose just to get Maggie a guilty verdict to save Voila. That's pretty interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot to examine this. What's this pink badger in the back? Hey, that's the police mascot, isn't it? It's so cute. That's the blue badger. It was my idea. I made it, and now it's the national symbol of the police. So what with the pink one? It's new, right? She's not an it, Nick. She's a she, right, Chief? Yep. Meet the pink badger. So one's called Blue and the other is called Pink, but they're both called Badger. You got it. They're married. Mr. and Mrs. Badger seem to be cuffed together, Chief. You've got it. That's marriage for you. Whoa, a mascot that's deeper than the deepest of deep oceans. Okay, how interesting. I guess I'm gonna move, right? Detective Gumshoe, about this. What? I'm trying to concentrate on Maggie and the virus right now, so this is it. The stupid name. I remember now. I thought so. Here it comes. Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on? It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it. The name scribbled on that sports paper and written on the CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber. It's a virus. What? So it's not music, it's a virus. Yeah, the virus that just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber. Can you give us any more details, please? Okay. We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met. Who are they? I don't know. Some hotshot from the criminal underworld would be my guess. And now the virus has been released, huh? Yeah. It's in every computer in every public office in the city. Oh shit. Alright. Fuck. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival. All this stuff with criminals and viruses, it almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie. Apparently the programmer who made this virus was a real genius or something. So that's why he was in a lot of trouble, because he was a loser, that guy. What's his name? The victim. I forgot his name though. Glenn Elg. The focus right now is tracing the route of this virus on the black market. You mean someone put this virus up for sale? Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal. In the millions? A virus can be worth that much? Ah, I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing. And that is, you know, the lunchbox. How did everything go? Oh no, lunchbox? You remember the weenies? I hate weenies. Oh yeah, those weenies. So how did my weenies taste when they went down to the hatch? Huh? Well, it was delicious. Yeah, that's what she said? Really? Well, not exactly. Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared. Prepared? What do you mean? I made a jumbo lunchbox. A jumbo lunchbox? Oh. Do me a favor again, huh, pal, and deliver this. This sure is a heavy burden, in more ways than one. I just can't imagine Maggie's, I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that. Weenies. Again, Nick, tell me we don't have to eat all these too. I really can't eat anymore. Alright. She's not even here. What? I'm gonna go for it. You know what I'm saying? The head badger. The hand band. What did I say? You said that bandage around your head was from an operation. You also said that you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes. That operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? No, that's wrong. Okay, whatever. Car crash, maybe? I thought it was a, what do you call it, motorcycle crash for some reason. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made to the Cadavereenies. Yes, it is. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadavereenies have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright, then. The relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. Obviously, she's part of the family, but is there any proof for that? Do I just present this random hobo dude? I know exactly who you are. Voila, Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? Got one. It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much. Oh, that's the fake Phoenix, the Tigray guy. Anyway, I swerved to try and avoid it, and that's why his motorcycle was almost broken. I took a blow to the head, a bad one. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh shit. So what happened to that person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Vola Cadaverini, right? I don't know. What happened to them? They ran away, or so I heard. Ran away. If they'd stayed, I'd have killed them? Is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been... Yep. It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. It wasn't Don Tigray. I refuse to believe it. Oh, she doesn't know. Go on. We collided. The motorbike and my car. But Don Tigray isn't injured at all. Is he? Look at him, bro. I thought it was the tiger who caused Vola to crash. I can feel it. Even his motorbike is almost broken. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. Why is it called a scooter still? It's not a scooter. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tiger rides around in a scooter, doesn't he? Is that a scooter? That is not a scooter. And you'll notice that the front wheel guard was badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini. You know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Furio Tigray. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true. I knew it. But Don Tigray still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure, so I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tigray told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believed him. Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Someone else. Him? Him, right? Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of WS cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigray would have paid the money? $1 million? There we go. Full bar, let's go. 4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million bucks? My grandfather ordered Don Tigray to pay $1 million in compensation. Compensation, huh? It's underworld world lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million bucks? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigray said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he'd help me because he cared about me. No, because not about my grandfather. Damn. But I knew that wasn't really true. Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these. What are these? Medical papers? Bruto Cadaverini is a granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer. He simply couldn't refuse. Wow, I feel so bad for Ravala. It's inexcusable, huh? There are two things I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. Is everything alright, Nick? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. Oh, yeah, what do you call it? Phoenix Wright has a bad history with poison. What was her name? Dolly Hathorne? I think. Dolly Hathorne. Yeah. I won't need to convince Vala of anything else, so I can get rid of this. So now where? Oh yeah, wasn't there one other Psyche-Lock who had it? I don't remember who the Psyche-Lock belonged to though. Oh, it was you. Yeah. Yeah, you had 3. So it shouldn't be too hard. Glenn's trouble. Alright, 3 Psyche-Locks isn't usually that bad in any of the, what do you call it? What is it called? Magatama, what do you call it? Games. So I think I'll just play through this normally. So how about you tell me what kind of yeah. Okay. CD. What? Well, what do you think? How? How is that not right? Guess I haven't investigated this place. Who are you? He's really pounding on that keyboard, isn't he? Wow. I bet that's where the programmer comes from, huh? I guess I shouldn't be resting on my laurels. Gotta expand my skill set and all that. Yeah, it's a good idea. Maybe I could become an old CD's apprentice? Hell no. And what about your spirit medium training? Okay. Whoa! Look at this desk, Nick. What a mess. Looks pretty average to me. But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this. You think? Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know? She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry then. Hey, this calendar. What about it? If this has any hint about tidying, you can forget it. Someone marked December 3rd in red pen. December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elgo was murdered. Is there anything else? Yeah. It says me with the tiger. The tiger? Oh shit. Wow. Look at this mess. Looks like they're all betting tickets. What kind of betting tickets? For betting on which horse will win a given race. They're horse racing tickets. Oh wow. His drawers are stuffed with full of these. Looks like they're all losing tickets though. There's many tickets we get you. What? A buck down at the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you'd try to profit from the dead, Nick. I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. Yeah, sure, buddy. Okay. Anything else? Hey, look, Nick. It's a supercomputer. It looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it? Computers are only as smart as the human who use them, Maya. That explains why we don't use computers in our office. You work there too, Maya. Yeah, but at least I'm... Please, don't argue about something that's so trivial. Otherwise the computers will laugh at you. She said she'd laugh at us, Nick. She's a human, Maya, not a computer. Those pillars almost look like they're moving. It's kind of unsettling. Nah, they just look a bit twisted or warped or whatever word I'm looking for. The office was designed with a futuristic feel in mind. Futuristic? Yes, we tried to imagine what things might look like in the future when we designed it. It helps to soothe and calm the soul. On second thought, I agree with you, Nick. This place is really unsettling. Okay, so that's about it, right? Let's try now. I have a few more things now. Let's just go for it, you know what I'm saying? Alright, troubles. So what is this new evidence we have? Wait, let's try this. No, how is it not that? Whatever. This thing? Okay, there we go. What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets. Or losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing on others' misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg, he had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys as many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Elg's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? Should I? No, it's still not that. Okay, to avoid going lower than a full bar, let's try to not get any more wrong. This one. The lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and a lot of time, and lost a lot of times. That's gotta have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to cause some pretty serious trouble, perhaps? No! Alright, we got one. You're alright. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example, do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he, for $500,000? Yeah, but it's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't there? It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end, but that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. Elg's real problem was with something or someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Oh, and that's where this thing comes in. There we go. Mr. Elg met with someone on the day he was killed. He even made a note on his calendar about the meeting, me with the tiger. What is the relevance of that? Are you trying to suggest that Glenn was meeting with him to discuss his debt? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I have never heard anything about this tiger before. Maybe he's not even human. Maybe he really is tiger. I'm no programmer, but does she really expect me to buy such messed up logic? In that case, I think it's time to introduce you to the tiger. Yep. Furio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. This is the one who Mr. Elk met with on the day of his murder. And the one thing a loan shark would talk to him with him about would be his debt. No! It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000? Ouch. I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? I suspect he was talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work? I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? Oh wait, the disc was worth $100,000, wasn't it? No, what is it? How much was it worth actually? No, it was worth $1 million. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No! There we go. Full bar, full bar? Full bar, look at that shit. Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Très Bien. I think it's called a waiter. Where did you come up with these ideas? So it's safe to say that Mr. L was the creator of this virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus, yes. It was a work of genius in a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market. Inconceivable. Gumshoe was ripe for a change. This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar, that was his deadline for repaying the debts. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Yep. Use the trash can, Nick. Okay. Bonjour. I'm waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong? Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you fellas. Oh my god, is it the tiger? The tiger? There he is. It's Shin Ho. Bro, he has a real name. Who are you calling Zini Uop? Is that how you pronounce it? Come out from under the table already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What? Do you want to play with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers now. I think he wants Cadaverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical paper? Don't show it to him. Mr. Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. You want to know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad. And it ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's two of us here. You got that too. Mr. Armstrong? Forgive me, disorderly. I cannot argue with them. That really hurt. Is that all you got? I'll be taking those papers now. But you shouldn't have showed it to him. Armstrong, get the lighter. Wait. Don't take it too hard. Phoenix Wright. That was so stupid I shouldn't have let my guard down. Or you should have just ran, right? Those medical papers were vital evidence. No! Hold it, pal. Who's that? Gummy! Detective Gumshoe? Detective. This reminds me of, what do you call it? The first game when we were about to get attacked by like the mafia or I don't know what it was, and then Gumshoe came to the rescue. That shit was so epic. Sometimes, what do you call it, he can be kind of stupid, but what do you call it, he can definitely make a dramatic entrance. That shit is actually epic as fuck. You think you're gonna stop me, Copper? Beat it. Whoa. Come on, Gumshoe, keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me. But go, pal, and take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh? Alright, thanks, Gumshoe. Wait, Nick. Don't leave me behind. Oh fuck, I forgot you were alive. Sorry, Maya. I'll get that. I'll get even with that guy tomorrow in court. Tenderlander is going down. Oh shit. This was a long investigation, though. This was a long ass investigation. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Okay, I think I'm gonna play some of the trial because I played it last episode as well. Good morning, Maggie. So, what do you think is gonna happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended on a giant mystery. That's true. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet. Are you okay, Nick? Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. I saw that little flash of doubt in your eyes. No, that wasn't doubt. That was, determination. Why don't I believe you? It's nearly time, Maggie. You better get going to the defendant's seat. Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you. Hey, pal. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that. How did you know she was stressed? I was watching through the doorway. Oh. You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this will help. Huh? Have you taken up aromatherapy too? Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing. Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles. Come on, bro, Phoenix, you found this bottle yourself. This is the small bottle that turned up in Troy Bien's kitchen a couple days ago. Whoa, look at all these little bottles. Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many they're overflowing onto the floor. Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others. Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either. And it doesn't smell. We finally got the analysis results from the lab. So, what is it? Is it the poison? I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication. Medication? Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently. That's, what do you call it? What's his name? That's, the victim's medication. For ears? You mean... Yeah, it's the medication Glenn Elk was using for his ruptured eardrum. What was Glenn Elk's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour and they might have gotten something on the prints, but that's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today. Got it? Impregnable. Today's trial. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done, or my name isn't Phoenix Wright. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good. Then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo, aka Soaked Groin. He claimed to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. A number, that's pretty generous. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank it from his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Gatto. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear. It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick? Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it. You've lost me already, Mr. Gatto. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only losers think like that. You gotta change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions? You know the answer to these riddles. The old guy wasn't just throwing seeds in there. He was throwing us off the scent. And today I'll prove it. Very well. Let the first witness take the stand. Oh my god, of course. And you are? Oh, bonjour everyone. I am Gian Armstrong, the owner and head chief of Le Très Bien restaurant, Enchanté. Go ahead, please stand up straight. Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman? Oh la la, monsieur. As you can see, I am la pert and perky gentleman, none. On the day of the incident, you were in Très Bien's kitchen. Isn't that right? With you, monsieur. Everything feels right. Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy? Very well. Your testimony, please. Witness, please tell the court what happened that day at Très Bien. Volunteers. When it all happened, there were two customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art decor that day. Like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Perhaps that was the old man who was looking at. The cup, the earpiece, the glasses. It would have seen everything in reverse, no? A mirror? A grand mirror. The most enormous mirror. Well, this is the first we're hearing of that. And suddenly, the mystery disappears. Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. That would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front. What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright. Wasn't he sitting like on the other side, so... And who are the two customers exactly? Mas, of course. The young man who died. And the other not-so-young man. You are referring to yesterday's witness, I presume. What about the other man Maggie says she saw at the table? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning on to disclose his existence. We need some hard evidence first before we can bring him up, don't we? I guess I'll just have to try a different approach for the time being. You were experimenting with Art Deco? How come I never heard about that before today? You are not familiar with the language of interior design, monsieur. Please stay on topic. Now, why didn't you tell the court about this before? But I did, just a few moments ago. Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. This deco, you mean? Are you referring to some sort of decoupture? No, Art Deco. It's a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design, walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing. Yes, of course. That deco. I was trying to achieve a more effeminate look for my restaurant. I was planning the most bold remodeling of the decor. How big of a mirror are we talking about here? Well, something like about 4 meters wide and about 2 meters high. Let's see, if 1 meter is about 1 yard, holy glass in a frame, that's huge! I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. Mass, none, but I decided not to go through with it in the end. What should I do? Should I ask him more about the mirror or not? Press harder. If you really had such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kuda or Maggie Bird's testimonies. But you didn't ask, trite. You have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work. What? A mirror was delivered to Trebian the day before the incident. Really? And as Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes. And as it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end. This just doesn't add up. Even if the mirror was delivered to Trebian, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime. If you want to doubt someone, try look in the mirror. I'm sure the person looking back at you will be dubious enough. So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror. Normally, I'd expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object. Normally? How does normality come into this? That's lame, trite, even for you. Huh? Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? Where does that leave the porky-headed lawyer and the top-knot chick over there? And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over there? Well, trite. Not the hair! I don't have a top-knot. Mr. Gatto is correct. And lack of normality is no basis for discounting an argument. Man, logic has won the day. Shut up. Everything? He would have seen everything in reverse. What? Hey, Nick. We should take a second think about what the old CD said in his testimony. How did he phrase it again? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. Oh, wait a minute. He had the specs on his left. So it wasn't in reverse. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. He saw everything that described reflected in a mirror. Then everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right, huh? And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess. Or does it? Huh. It's kind of hard to believe everything's at the fault of a mirror, but do you think old CD saw everything through a reflection? If he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony. But that just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gonna be something in that old man's testimony. We've just got to dig deeper. Okay, I think I know what it is. Yep. Yeah, the eyepiece would have been on the right, so it's wrong. The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over to Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. So, to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all that as a reflection in the mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. Exactement. You see, monsieur, now that you think about it, it's not so hard, no? Unfortunately, that's where we run into a momental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head? Order. Mr. Wright is correct. If the witness genuinely observed the victim reflected in a mirror, then we could expect the victim's eyepiece to have been over his right eye. Bro, of course you're gonna object now. How bitter. Wright, you should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time. Are we talking about your coffee, or something completely different? You don't understand the way. The witness thinks. How he thinks. Remember this, I presume? Then I broke the vase. Sorry, apology Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony? Exactly, the old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's most striking thing about Mr. Elk? Clearly, it's the victim's eyepiece. And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elk's HMD made a big impression on the old man. I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh, yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear his left ear? Well, try... that's the worst but best impression of Kudo ever. Wow, I really thought he was old CD for a minute there. God, it was good. Enough. I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony. Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of the contradiction you found is just a rash. Of course. A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. So, what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears. I can explain. Please, if you will look at the plans for the restaurant. Oh my God. Alors, is everyone sitting comfortably? The mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant dividing the two halves. What? If there was a mirror over there, then you would have seen yourself. You wouldn't have seen the other side. There is only one seat from which you could have seen an image of the victim. That was the seat, the table. Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah, but that's still wrong though, because he was sitting on the other side of the victim, like literally, not like I'm pointing, but you guys can't see it. Like the desk down on the bottom of the image. So that was the seat at the table next to the victim. That was where the old man was sitting. And a terrible incident occurred. I moved the mirror so it was on the way. But naturally, I did not touch anything else. I see no problems with the explanation we have just heard. From the table next to the victims, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror. Hold on. So there was the kill. I guess there's no evidence to prove that he was actually sitting there. Oh, crime photo. Perhaps it's the actually no, it can't be the crime photo. Actually, could it be the crime photo? There's no tape there yet. Who was this photo taken by? Who took this photo? Was this taken by Mr. Kudo? If that's the case, then what do you call it? What a naughty little kawaii I am, confusing all the men in this. Don't worry about it. We can keep up, except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again. Ugh, I hate that guy. You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that? Well, it is, of course. Oh, wait, you know what? I remember something. Last episode I said Gato finally won what do you call it? Finally won a case against Phoenix Wright, but it wasn't even the real Phoenix Wright. But that wasn't Gato. That was Mr. Payne. That was Winston Payne. Was that his name? He couldn't even win a what do you call it? Trial against the real Phoenix Wright, so he had to win the trial against the fake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you please. Oh my God, whatever, bro. I think I already know what the contradiction is. So, run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct? What? Really? Because I know if I were you, I wouldn't have put a mirror there. It would be in the way. Look who's talking, trite. Huh? You're obstructing my view, among other things. But, this is my seat in the courtroom. Trebian's charm is that it gives you the impression that you're the only customer. Temporarily placing a mirror in that spot would hardly be in the way. Unlike you, trite. I tell you, Major, the mirror was there in the middle of the restaurant. And where would that be? Oh la la, look, you lean towards me. Always attracts the younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer. Please shut up. Mr. Armstrong, tell the court what you saw, would you know at once. I attract the older ones too, you know. And please chuck your gavel at him as hard as you can. Shall I tease you too? I'm already seeing a very hot someone, so I'm afraid you'll be waiting for a long time. Who exactly is that? I bet she has a matcha cream skin and cappuccino perfume. Then I'll tell you, there was only one seed from which you could have seen. So why can you only see the victim from that particular seat? Mas, monsieur, it is obvious, non? If you look at the plans, you will understand. The victim would have been reflected in the mirror like so. If you were sitting at the table next to him, you would see everything none. So that seat old CD was sitting in on the day when the poisoning happened, the old man was sitting at the table next to the victim? Why does that seem kind of odd? Did you move the mirror while Mr. Kudo was off calling the police? Oh, exactamente. I carried it out of the restaurant then. You moved a huge mirror like that all by yourself. What I can say, I know how to pick things up, handsome. Gato actually laughed at something. Well, given the witness's physique, I suppose it is possible. Did you move anything else from the crime scene, Mr. Armstrong? I took the oblonging type, none. Are you sure about that? I touched nothing except the mirror. Mr. Wright, is there something or the witness has said that doesn't match with the crime scene? Yeah, there is. I just can't put my finger on what exactly. Suffering from a case of heartburn? Trite. Oh, I have just the thing for that. An oil with golden mirror and Frankenstein's. Add a few drops to your coffee and voila, enjoy. Focus, Phoenix. Breathe. I need to ignore those 2 inches, find some evidence. It is pretty strange though, isn't it? I mean, nobody mentioned anything about a really large mirror. You'd think someone would have, but Maggie didn't either. And neither did old CD. then the only logical explanation is that there was no mirror inside Tresbien that day. Now I've got to prove it somehow. I think I know how, but I might be wrong. No. No! Bro, whatever. Shut up. Okay, I think I know what it is. It's definitely... No doubt. I have absolutely no doubt that it has to be the crime scene photo, but I just don't know which point it contradicts. Oh, there we go. This piece of evidence contradicts with the testimony we have heard, Your Honor. The crime photo? Yes, this photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist. What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Should not exist. Huh, sounds like you're describing yourself, trite. But what did I do to you? Destroy you in court? Now then, if the defense would please clarify its statement. What is something that should not exist in this photo? Was I wrong on the money? I know I got the objection right, but I think I got it for the wrong reason. You know what I realized? What do you call it? This is the table the old man's at, right? Or presumably that's what do you call it? What's his name? The guy said. What's his name? Eugene said. He said that he was sitting on this table. However, the flower pot is still here. I mean, the vase is still here. But what do you call it? The old man broke the vase, and the reason I remember that so clearly is I constantly call him Soak to Groin, so it has to be this, right? I think it's pretty obvious that this is what should not be in the picture. The vase. What possible connection does that have with the witness's testimony? Your Honor, I'm telling you that there should have been no vase on this table, because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence. Oh, the apology. There's one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting, and yet the court can see there is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all. Don't be an idiot, trite. That's impossible. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from. Exactly. There is only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Tresbien that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie. Mon Dieu! Oh my god, of course. The objection came right here. Don't try to confuse the court, trite. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase, while the police were taking their time to get into the crime scene. Unfortunately, Mr. Gatto, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary in his own words. I did not touch anything else except the mirror. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself? I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day. In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in the ear where he couldn't hear? You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that mirror wasn't there, try. Then the problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw? If I can answer this, then I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it. Are you going to be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick? There's more than just this contradiction, Maya. What do you mean? Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table, and there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony, and I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up. Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. The victim was a phony. The victim was a phony. This case is riddled with contradictions. Yet, there is one very simple answer that clears all of them up. And what is that? The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events. I said that. Okay, I didn't say the exact same thing. I said that, what do you call it? The first time the coffee wasn't poisoned and the second coffee was poisoned, but what do you call it? I did say that there were probably two different crime scenes. But one of them was probably not an actual crime scene. What? Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elg at all. It was an imposter, a phony pretending to be Mr. Elg. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake. No witty ass comeback that time. Order in the court. Settle down, or I'll clear the courtroom. Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh? What did you say? Wright, are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup? Yes. Someone pretending to be Glenn Elk and acted out the whole coffee poisoning, all for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Victor Kudo. Get real, Wright. Why would anyone do that? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was the serving girl brought him a Javicino, but you put something in it. That's the serving girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. It's so hard to believe, but there was one, and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee. Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but it's also true that the chef was there. He wouldn't have noticed what was happening. That's right. Well, witness, if your restaurant really was at the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct? Oh la la, this is most difficult for me. No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath, after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Tribien that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened. The defense request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day. There we go. In the restaurant. Okay, so far so good. The victim, Monsieur Elg, came to my restaurant alone. I remember the old man arrived not long after him. There was no other customers. When he got word he won the lottery, Monsieur Elg became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that his poisoning incident occurred. None, there was no time for a phony to do the acting. Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant, after all. There was demand pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly. What you have just done is committed perjury, Mr. Armstrong. I will decide how to punish you later. Aye. For now, we will hear your cross-examination, Mr. Wright, if you please. You took that perjury charge a bit too well. But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination. Okay, here we go. Was he alone at the table as well? I saw him from the kitchen. Yet the defendant, Miss Bird, remembers it differently. She swears that there was another man in the victim's table. Unfortunately for you, Wright, yesterday's witness was also testified that the man was alone. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bittersweet bite. What kind of coffee has he been drinking? It's not coffee, it's love. It's love that's bittersweet. Hearing Maya say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden. Alright. Let's just keep going through the testimony like normal. By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct? What? It comes often for my special coffee. I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special. I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience. Oh, you make me so happy, Monsieur. You are most welcome anytime. I said it was worth one sip, and nothing more. So old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail. Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived? Oh, no. I cannot remember, Monsieur. I believe we were told by a witness yesterday. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness? The incident happened about 20 minutes after they arrived. So the victim must have arrived between 2 o'clock and p.m. and 2:10 p.m., none? Just after 2, huh? Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, Monsieur. You are wonderful. What is that? What does that say? I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I? The time of day will be added to the witness's testimony. Oh, Monsieur the Judge, everything I do it for you. Merci bien. That's French, isn't it? I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood. He's even humming a song to himself. Are you absolutely sure about the time? When I think really hard, I am sure it was just after 2, or it is the time I stopped serving my lunch menu. Quite right, I always break for lunch when the restaurant are serving their specials. I've been known to wind up a case early just to make it on time. I guess you should never get between a hungry judge and his lunch. Oh, would you look at that? It's almost lunchtime already. Witness, get on with your testimony, please. There were no other customers. So your only customer were Mr. Kudo and the victim. How many times do you need to ask the same thing, Wright? You'd never catch me drinking the same blend twice. Huh? You're trying to establish the presence of a phony victim in the restaurant, but you're wasting your time. You can't grind birdseed to make coffee, if you catch my drift. But there's a hole in his testimony somewhere. I'm sure of it. Did you see him? None. I was in the kitchen, but I heard him. I remember him shouting, "Yes, have $1,000,000 bucks." Presumably the defendant heard that too. Then, correct? Maggie? She looked like a poor little frightened dove. What about Mr. Kudo? The old man choked on some birdseed that got stuck in his throat. It seems we now have yet another incident on our hands. And what were you doing at that point? Without any customer, you must have had time to kill. I'm a multi-talented woman, Monsieur. Sorry, what do you mean? There is a renowned chef, Jean Armstrong, and the tragic poet, Cloris Armstrong. Cloris? Oh, I was writing a poem, an angry tale of a chef in $500,000 of debt, cooking for a man who won $500,000 on the lottery. It is called Porquillo. It means why, perhaps. I could recite it for the court. Please don't. You mean you contacted the police as soon as the incident occurred? I asked the old man to call from the payphone. By your own argument, Wright. The purpose of this phony victim's performance was so the old man would see it. In other words, once the incident occurred, the opportunity would completely disappear. Indeed. Then, it seems the shadow of doubts has been lifted, and as this pass, I guess Mr. Armstrong is connected to this case, huh? Absolutely. Someone was impersonating Mr. Elk, and I refuse to believe he was oblivious. It was there the whole time, after all. But if you're right, wouldn't Maggie have noticed too? She fell unconscious when the incident occurred, remember? Ah, you mean that's when the phony started his act? We'll know for sure once I find a hole in his testimony. Okay, so this was the testimony that changed. So it has to be something contradicting this. It's probably not this, because this is in between. We'll try this like in other cases before. What? Experience most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday. This? I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong. What do you mean? In the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was a Millionaire Radio. Each week, they announced the winning numbers of $500,000 lottery ticket. That must be the show man I was listening to. I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright. I wonder. You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time because I just finished serving the lunch menu. Get to the point, Wright, if you have one. That show is broadcasted live at 1:30 p.m. and it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. It's on the air at 1:30? Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it announced he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time. No one! The victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listen to the radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that was already over. There's only one conclusive draw from these facts. The victim was an imposter acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Yes, there were two Glen Elgs at Trebian that day. The real Glen Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer, and the phony Glen Elg acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness. It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy? Quite a performance, Trite. You were almost on a roll. But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song. What is this, Music Theory 101? Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain then where the real Glen Elg is? I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court. However, at the time, the real Glen Elg was already dead. That's certainly the obvious conclusion. Oh my god, he's going off on these objections. Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say. What? Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Can you explain where the missing corpse went to? The missing corpse? According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen Elg, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim? The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. If your theory is to stand up to examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body? Yes, Your Honor. No conjecture, Trite. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden. Evidence? What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden? Do I have any evidence, that is? I thought I had him with a contradiction. But he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead. Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. Elk concealed? Outside, Trespian, inside. So there's the kitchen. He could have been hidden in the kitchen. I mean, logically it would be outside. It's possible it was inside. It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. I got myself a Chiku shake. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically like a fruit, I think. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Trace Bien. Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. The exact location. Couldn't have been here, right? Kitchen. The body was hidden here. I see. That's a supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location? Well... Oh, I see. I remember. His medication was found in there. Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle? None. I've never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. I only use the very best bottle, monsieur. The highest quality one for me. Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright? Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Très Bien. Eh? Why? But I only ever use this bottle for my aromatherapy oils. But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oils, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication. What kind of medication? I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elga visited an otolaryngological clinic and was given that medication that day. You can't be serious. The defense has had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of this bottle met the prescription that was given to Mr. Elk. Glenn Elk's murder hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen? Mon Dieu. Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back. Lord! Order. This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glenn Elk? Never. I could not do such a horrible thing. No. Oh. Mr. Gatto? The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules. Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now? Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my H-deficient friend? Je voudrais demander pardon, please, you must hear me out. It is a trap, listen to me. Por favor. Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish. I'm only going to ask you once. Did you do it? None. Absolutely none. Let's hear it. You've got one shot. Right, Gramps? Witness, the court will permit your chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Gatto's coffee mug awaits you, as does my gavel. Oh, it is clear. What do they always say in the movies? I've got a bad feeling about this. Very well. Begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong. Alright, let's hear it. The confession. Okay. See if there's any lies in this confession. It is true. I had the body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with because there was a reason why I could not refuse. Because if I did not kill him, I swear it. You must believe me. You were forced by who? I cannot say, or I will be erased. Let's try a different question, then. When Mr. Elk died, was he really the only person at his table? There was. There was another man. Woo! That's how you get him. I knew it. Maggie was telling the truth. You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright. There's just one more thing that I need to do. I gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer. Let's do it. The confession. So all we gotta do is press him till he breaks. Did you carry the body by yourself? Oh yeah, I carried him. And I carried Maggie too. Maggie too. When she saw the victim, she fainted. I could not leave her there. But why did you hide the bodies? Yep. What man? Who was he? None. I cannot say. I fear for my life. He's really scared. You'll have to put the words in his mouth, Nick. Yeah, you're right. If he won't tell me, I'll tell him. But why would you go along with this man? And what reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong? You know, Monsieur. Yes? Surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment. A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that. And a bit too male. I can't finish this cross-examination without establishing the reason. So I'll just have to prove it with evidence. Hold on, let me just press everything else. So, you are claiming that all you did was hide the bodies. Is that correct? Oi, that's right. If we are to believe you, Mr. Armstrong, you must tell the court everything. You must make clear the identity of the man who ordered you to do this. He's already confessed to this much. He might as well stop dancing around the real issue. Yeah, but he really doesn't want to tell us who the killer is. Then suck it to him, Nick. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay, I obviously believe this and this. Okay, strangely enough, I also believe this. There we go. You have $500,000 debt, don't you? $500,000? Is this true, Mr. Armstrong? Désolé. I was weak and I borrowed the money. This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you couldn't refuse anything asked of you by this man. Yep. $500,000 loan from the black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything. This man told you. It is as you say, Mr. Armstrong. The tiger. It told me it was going to use my restaurant for a business or rendez vows. On the day in question, he was meeting the victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just choked on my shake, my bad. I just did what he told me to. I had no choice. I carried the body and the inconscious Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen. I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre. I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and the lottery ticket were found in the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well? None. I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It is despicable. Mr. Gatto, you will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. I doubt that he can be can be arranged today, so I will adjourn for now. Proceeding will continue tomorrow. Okay, there we go. 30 minutes. What? The trial will go on. I'll see it to myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more. How the? Don't sit back and relax yet, trite. No one knows if this chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way. Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Gatto. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess. Alright. Alright, so far this is getting interesting. So let's keep going. So we're finally going to see the tiger on the stand. We've almost got this case won now, Nick. I wish I could agree. Huh? When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Gatto picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth. You mean, you think Mr. Armstrong was lying? I don't know. But if that's the line that prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case making evidence we're going to need. Hey, pal! Detective Gumshoe? What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair is standing on end. Hey, that's the pot calling. The kettle back, a little Miss Topknot. I'm not a Topknot. Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, all right? I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I kind of get wound up. Ugh. No kidding. You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything. Well, hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the present. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you got an hour. An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then. But Nick, we still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence, right? True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out the bag, we're really stuck. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour? You bet. In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me? On what? Coffee cup? This. I guess this, right? Because what do you call it? This was what do you call it in the kitchen. If you're going back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this? Oh, hey, that's the small bottle I gave back to you this morning, right? Yeah, I think it's time we solve the last mystery of who the prints who's the prints on it belong to. Sure thing, pal. Actually, that's been gnawing at me too. Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back. I wouldn't lose the case either way. I'm Phoenix Wright, bro. This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess. Between Nick and fake Nick. It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys. Cool, now reconvene. Mr. Gatto, did you find this Furio Tigre? I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job, no problem. Tamed him? The guy's name may be Furio Tigre, but come on. He's pretty lively. Be careful, he still bites. Very well, please show Mr. Tigre to the stand. There he is. God damn. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the... Maya, don't hide under the table, Maya, unless there is room for me down there too. Would you mind? What'd you say to me? Nothing. I didn't say nothing. Honest. Who could have guessed the fear would have induced a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge? I got business to take care of. You hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky? No, of course not. Bro, you're Spiky too. It was the judge. Your Honor? Oh dear. I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on with the proceedings as normal. That's it, we're doomed. Maybe you just didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was that called me in here? There's no need to shout. We can all hear you. What did you say? There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. And I'm the one that holds you in. God damn, he really tamed him. Too cool. Don't let him get the better of you, Nick. Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, mask boy. You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird? Maggie who? I've got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas. Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then? Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder. Bro, Judge, get back into your chair. Phoenix Wright. You was the one that who set this up, didn't you? You was gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying? Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today. Get a grip, Nick. Bro, Maya, get back into your... Okay, whatever. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all of my time in my office. I go whales line out to borrow cash from tender lender every day, a single day. You want to check my alibi? Just ask Valera. At last I found my pen. Oh, he's finally back. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Oh God. All right, calm down, bro. What is it? Please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting out like that. I know the kind of games that guy in the blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins. Lowlife, me. Listen up, smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000 and you's gonna borrow the cash from me. That's one loan contract I refuse to sign. Don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you tangle with the tiger. I love a good spectator sport. Just a minute. That's really not... This witness is, how can I put it, a hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side and he'll bite everyone's head off. Yours too. Very well. I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here. Bro! Yous better not be listening. Yous better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. A big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. You take the bus? The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of the witness's testimony, of course. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You can do it, Nick. Maybe if you come out from under the table and cheer me on, then it will be much better. Come out from under the table already, would you, Maya? Nope, apparently not. Okay, cross-examination time. Let's do this shit. Business last year. Maybe we can get him to add to that testimony. I don't want to get a penalty though. It would be stupid if I got a penalty just for pressing something. You can ask Valera. Victor. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know? You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is. Sharp? Is he talking about Vola Cadaverini? She writes everything in my scheduler. December mainly is the office. Mainly in the office. That's what it says, so that's where I was. That seems like a rather sketchy schedule. Ugh. There he goes again. What the tiger did all December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So now what? Press harder. We need him to add to his testimony to get something to, contradict. Mr. Tiger, what did you want? If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail. This is a dead end, Tripe, and you know it. Remember the rules. No. It's essential that we establish a witness's alibi accurately. I agree. The victim was killed on December 3rd. Where were you? Were you in your office that day too? Maybe you ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats waiting to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before. I do believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Gatto, if you could please, Mr. Tigre, the court asks you to add that last statement to your testimony. Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself. Okay. I never saw that kid before. Okay. So I know this is contradictory because he has the thing, this. There we go. Mr. Tigre, you claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn Eld, but it appears that Mr. Elga knew about you. What? Mr. Elga left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger. And the date? December 3rd. December 3rd? That's the day of the murder. So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed know no, one Mr. Glenn Elk, because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. There we go. Not bad. You was actually not bad. Sorry? I was just messing with you to see how good you were. Of course. Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad. Oh, you're finally above the desk again. That's one compliment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth. Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated. You was calling me a liar? Is that what you're doing? Oh. So you're saying that you claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth? I said I'm dead serious. You better believe that's the truth. Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. Oh my god. That is, well, you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigray. Oh yes, would you mind indulging the court witness? He never actually met the victim. That's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy. Oh my god, the victim, Glenn Elk. I ain't no liar. I never met Glenn Elk. There was some lame guy with that name, though. Wanted to borrow cash from me. I set a meeting with him, with the guy at my office, tender lender. I waited around for him, but he ain't ever showed up. I ain't never been to that Trabian joint. You's heard? You's here? Okay, I think that last part was the contradiction. I see. That's all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up. I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments where you're dead. Well, very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, right? Okay. The victim, Glenn Elk. I never met Glenn Elk. Damn it! That was wrong, wasn't it? Do you really think you didn't meet Glenn Elk? Not likely. Because I'm convinced this guy is behind the whole thing. So you mean that whole testimony he just gave was a lie? Of course. So we can't afford to give him the time to think of ways to plug the leaks in it. I've got to nail him while I still can. Alright. So it's probably this one. I just don't know what evidence. It wasn't the... What did I submit last time? I submitted this, right? Yeah, it wasn't that. This? Wait, no, it can't be that. That's Millionaire Radio. That, what do you call it? Glenn Elk was listening to when he found out he won. Hey, you want some weenies, bro? No. Matches. You see, I think this could be it, but I'm hesitant because what do you call it? This could also belong to what's her name? Voila. Fuck it. Mr. Tigray, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches? Matches? What are you talking about? We found them in your office at Tender Lander. They're from that restaurant. Ooh. If you've really never been to Trabian before, what was that? What was a book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk? You've been snooping around in my stuff too? Stuff now too, wise guy? What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me. Order, order. Well, witness, I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Sorry, I'm terribly sorry, forgive me. I know, pussycat. I don't go back on what I said. But okay, I was at the joint that day. What? But listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Oh my god, this guy really trying. Well. Looks like an order just came in from another testimony. I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glenn Elk that day. And he did put poison in his coffee. He must have. So so he's the poisoner. Alright. At Très bien. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured that place wasn't hot already. It was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cop sirens on my way out, and I went straight to the back of my office. I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Hold it. If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions. No problem. Anytime Trike presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty. Mr. Gatto, that's my job. Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it. Yes, sir. The special express ain't cheap, right? Just to use no since you use pain. Oh man, doesn't the rule of law mean anything about it? Doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here? Oh! Wait, hold up. What was his testimony again? When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. Where's the door to the joint exactly? So, that was where the scene took place. Yeah, there was something blocking it. The door is over there. Yeah, that would have been impossible. It's this then. You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigray? No one escapes the tiger's clutches. Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro. And no one escapes the phoenix clutches. I think it's time we got something straight. What's this, trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning? These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigray. From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this. Indeed, that witness would have a clear view of the victim's seat. Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head. Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. In the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition. Why, that's true. Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer looking in ends here. So, from the entrance of Tres Bien, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day, because you met with him. Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table. But the defense just proved that point to be moot. The victim witnessed by Mr. Kudo was not Glenn Elg, but a fake. What? In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out as a charade. That will do. This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who impersonated the victim? You say the killer murdered Glenn Elg, and the victim impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Kudo. In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of this criminal to the court. Swerve? Obviously, the killer is Furio Tigray. No one else could have done it. What? Well, witness? Now that's cute. You just think you can pin this on the tiger. Maybe you don't understand. The tiger is a king of the jungle. So I dare you to say it. Again, come on, you got the guts. You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigray. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Oh my god. Bro, Mr. Wright! Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You've got guts, I'll give you that. Mr. Wright, do not leave me to handle this alone. Perhaps I can end this embarrassment. Mr. Gatto? Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't just see the victim. Oh, no, no, no. The servant girl brought him a cappuccino, but she put something in it. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there. Was the victim that he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains, he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee. Yes, it was the waitress who poisoned the coffee. Very impressive, Mr. Gatto. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack. Found your pen at last, trite. It was in my pocket. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Elg, and the waitress from behind. Yes, your point, Mr. Wright? I think it's, the conclusion is obvious. If the Glenn Elg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also a part of the show. What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well? The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her. Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed? It was her! Who is this woman? Her name is Avola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tender Lender. You was making a big mistake. Do you know who Valera's grandfather is? You better be going home in an armored truck tonight if you know what I mean. Stop shaking, Nick. Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, I keep saying Bride for some reason, has stated the following. Well, when I took the coffee to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy, and she had a kind of a cackling laugh. He's sweating now. There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when the eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour wait after it was over. There's only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice. Once for real and once for show. And Mr. Furio Tigray, the only person who could have committed the crime, is you. Witness, what have you got to say? That's cute. Sorry? He was alright. I could do with a guy like you around. What do you mean? Okay, I'm into this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get me to my meeting now, but I'm gonna give you one more thing to think about before I go. Something to think about? You got it all wrapped up nice, huh? Right? But you missed out on one really important thing. But that can't be. I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him. He was here? What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigray? What a troublemaker. Troublemaker? Looks like we're going to need another one for the road. Oh, the 18th cup. Okay, then. One more steaming cup of hot testimony. Indeed. Witness, you will explain yourself to the court. I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Tresbian between yourself and the victim? Oh, shit. Ties to the victim. Of course. Yeah, I loaned Elga cash about $100,000. That day, we was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his payback date, see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming, "Yes, I won $500,000. He got lucky, you know, real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she'd done, everything would have been over. If that waitress hadn't done what she'd done, everything would be over. So, what do you call it? You talking about Maggie, or you talking about... Now, I see the principal amount you loaned to Mr. Elg was $50,000. Yeah, well, you just got the Vic to take it into account. Interest builds up fast, you know. That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal. And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question. Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case. His motive? He has to have one, but what is it? Here we go. Why do I feel like it's the CD? The waitress, you mean? The girl with the glasses in the defendant's chair. Who else could I mean? If she hadn't gone in the way, things would have been bada bing, bada boom. Over and done with. Maybe I should have pushed a little on this. What exactly are you implying the defendant did? How about you go ask Four Eyes about that $500,000 ticket? She wanted it so bad, she poisoned Elk's coffee. A likely theory. Your word hasn't held water lately, Mr. Tigre. Let's not forget this witness was actually at the scene, Wright. The law doesn't exactly agree with some of the details I sent down. I couldn't be there when the cops showed up, so I split. I see. Your Honor. The witness's last few statements are worth a good 2 cups of coffee. I concur, Mr. Gatto. You will amend your testimony accordingly, witness. So that's what you was after, Phoenix, right? Thanks for what you did. My business with that kid was over. The Tiger's trying to pin this crime on Maggie. If I ask him what he saw, it's only going to damage our case. What do you mean things would have been over and done with? Are you all there or what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my $100,000 back. That's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before that waitress got in the way. As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim. Well, Mr. Wright, are you happy with the testimony, or would you like it amended? Have it amended. I'm not going to get anywhere with the testimony as it stands. Your Honor, the defense would like the testimony amended. Very well. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect your recent statement, please. I don't know. Okay, it has to be something here then. Damn it, that was wrong. Of course it's wrong. That guy's got so much money. I should have just stuck with my gut. What did I say last time? The CD had something to play, right? So I'll just present the CD. Wait, there we go. So you just intended to get back the $100,000 that Mr. Elga owed you, correct? Because the CD was used by someone. I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my ride. Unfortunately for Mr. Elg, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were really after. What are you getting at, Wright? What else would a money lender be after other than money? Oh, the money lender was after money, but money in a totally different league. Because the thing was worth like over $1 million, I'm pretty sure, because it was so powerful. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch. What is that? A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber. A computer virus? What does one of those do? Oh my god, even the judge. A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the inside of a computer. A computer? What does one of those do? Judge, you can't be dead ass. I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market. Several $1 million? Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for businesses. But in this case, the very fact that Glenn Elg had no way to repay the money is crucial. What? Glenn Elg was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elg put up in order to borrow the money. You're trying to suggest the witness's motive was to get a hold of the program? Exactly. The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot, Wright. A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder. Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury choice tends to disappear. It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigre need money to the tune of $1 million? Where is it? No, where is it? Yes. In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery. How much of this do you know? These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation costs $1 million. And yet, when the payment was due last month, you somehow managed to pay it in full. $1 million? A preposterous sum. Someone should sue those HMOs. No one would pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as a morgue. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it. Order! You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright? Indeed it did, simply because the injured woman was none other than Vola Cadaverini. Did you say Cadaverini? Bruto Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city and the doting grandfather to his precious Voletta, also known as Vola Cadaverini. Your life was in danger unless you paid the compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire that $1 million Bruto Cadaverini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, you decided to sacrifice Glenn Elg's life to pay your debt. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tiger's sole intention was to get his hands on the CD. Glenn Elg had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened, but he can't, and neither can I. The lottery win. Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elg won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At last, no legitimate way. So he resorted to illegitimate means. That's crazy. He murdered Glenn Elg and then made his next move, to frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glenn Elg, while Vola Cadaverini played the role as Miss Bride. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. The witness being the one who we heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo. Like I said, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the ship could have been kept in the dark about it. But Mr. Armstrong was in on it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Gatto? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tygray's plan. There we go. Order, silence, or I will clear the courtroom. Oh. You always put on a good show, Spiky. If you want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like the kid who created a witness and framed someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that. I agree. You do? Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird would have had no way out. What? Another one, Mr. Wright? Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, trite? What was the trick you say Mr. Tigray performed to frame the accused? This. Oh no. I didn't realize my entire bar was on the line. And? What's the relevance of that? Trite? Oh no. It's just a little intro. An intro into what? It seems all this has been a part of an elaborate trick. No! That was my entire bar? That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretations of the facts. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird. Shit. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held a pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. Damn it. All that work I put in. I didn't realize that my entire bar was on the line. Well, now I have to play through all this shit again. That's annoying. Ah, I can't believe I have to do all of this again. Shut up. Just let me skip, please. Oh my god, I can't believe I have to do all this again. Oh, what was even the answer to this again? Oh, it was the matches, wasn't it? This? There we go. Stop looking at me like that, alright? Oh my god, I have to press like so much shit. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, cross-examination time. Woohoo! Okay. This wasn't the hardest case ever, at least, so I can skim through this pretty fast. Oh yeah, Mr. Wright's gone. Where you have to play so much just to get back to the point you were. I swear to God if I'm wrong. Okay, no, I'm right. Thank God. Okay, so everything should be smooth sailing from here, right? Oh my God. Wait, what? Oh, never mind. I thought I was at the final question already. Okay, no, this is just that one. Where is it? Okay, so it's gonna be just some leisurely stroll from here. A smooth walk in the park experience. Oh my god, I'm all the way back here again. So this is worth 4 bars. I was just unlucky enough to have only 4 bars left at the time. Okay. So note to self is when you're gonna submit something, at least read the question. Why was the trick performed? Not how was the trick performed. And it wasn't even the right trick. This wasn't even the right trick. I might have been wrong. And what's the relevance of that? Try. It's, I was wrong. Okay, thank God first of all, I saved. Literally, all I can think of is this. This is the only thing that makes sense to me. Oh! Yeah, the attorney would need an attorney badge. What on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation. Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigray, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago, in this very court, you posed as me. What? That's the truth. But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although, yep. Now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you, standing in here, this very court, a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable, shabby defense I've ever seen. Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove that attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man, and you prepared the time to take the stand and testify that it was him? Hey, forget about it, yeah? I wouldn't do something like that, not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh? Have you no pride, sir? This isn't a matter of pride. In the case you didn't know, here in court we deal with people's lives. Mr. Gatto is right. Your Honor, speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced the attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I preside over this court as the judge with a vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it. No! Bro, all that work, though. If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigray are dubious for sure, but not conclusive. But we've come so far. You say he impersonated Glenn Elg, you say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee. Yeah! Where's Gumshoe with that bottle? Sucks to be you, Wright. Don't mess with the tiger, or you're gonna get mauled. You got that? All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit. But I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt. Looks like I won't be needing a refill. If I just had one more piece of evidence, then maybe I could get Maggie off the hook. This witness's cross-examination is over. You are free to go, Mr. Tigray. No way. Oh, Gumshoe? Gummy. Your Honor, sir. Gummy! Wait! Detective Gumshoe. Sorry I took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this too. What is it, Detective? Isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence. What? Yes, it is. Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab. The results? About the prints, pal, from this medicine bottle. Oh, so, do you know who the prints belong to now? Do you think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know. So, tell us. They're the tigers, right? I knew it. You bet. I thought he was gonna say, no, actually they're not. Clear as crystal, all over the bottle. They're, Furio Tigray's paw prints, alright? That's great. You've got him now, Nick. What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick. I know. Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make a difference whose prints are on the bottle now. Huh? What? Why not? What we need to produce at this stage of the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put the poison in Glenn Elk's coffee. He already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, that really doesn't make a difference now. I knew it. Great. No matter how hard I try, I'm never of any use. Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. This was our last chance to help Maggie, and I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright, I'm a real loser. It's no breaking news to me, pal. Detective? Gumshoe? Maggie? You've been working on something for me? Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. And I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get it out of your hair now. Detective Gumshoe, wait! He's gone. Isn't there anything we can do now, Nick? I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. Bro, this case is doing Gumshoe so dirty. If only there was some way I could use it. Oh, and we're back in the courtroom. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I granted you a recess so you could prepare this decisive evidence you've discovered. Yes. Don't keep us all in suspense, Wright. Show us. Naturally, we can assume it's evidence that will accurately stand up in court, can't we? Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste. How much more of my time are you going to waste? I ain't been to no court before. But you lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion. No doubt. Given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright. Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here. But maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down a bit. Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present this final decisive piece of evidence to the court. Bro! This is the defense's final piece of evidence. Isn't that, the victims? Your Honor. Naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigray. What? But, Mr. Wright, what conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information? Everyone in here knows this bottle contains, except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark. My prints are on that fancy-looking bottle? Is that what you're saying? Well, what the hell is in there anyway? A phony trial, a phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Mr. Tigray, this is the decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains as we all know, this bottle contains what are you doing, Nick? What did you just tell Gumshoe and I outside in the lobby a few minutes ago? You said the fact that his prints are on this bottle makes no difference now. Oh, yeah. Mr. Wright, if you think I'll allow you to indulge in speculation at this stage, you're wrong. Oh, shit. I have a 50-50 shot. Oops, it looks like I better reconsider. I've got to take advantage of the fact that Tiger thinks he's won. And I led him into a trap. It's a phony piece of evidence, yeah? Mr. Tiger, yeah? I've got a 50-50 shot. Oh, I almost clicked that by accident. This bottle contains potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide? The poison used to murder Mr. Elg, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigray, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that? You'd make a good clown, you know that. What? You ain't never gonna get this to the stick. You're just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger? A bluff? I can see straight through you, Phoenix Wright. That ain't a bottle with cyanide in it. No. This is the bottle we found traces of the poison in. Don't mess with the tiger, or you're gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide bottle was brown, and it was made of glass. Thank you. That cheap piece of trash don't look nothing like it. You just fucked yourself up, bro. Oh shit. Even Gatto is. Yep. Just a bunch of dots at that point. Got him. At last. What? Why is everyone gone quiet? I said that bottle. Is this the bottle you're referring to? Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in. But you ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy looking suit fool you people. That lawyer's just playing games. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go. You still haven't figured it out? Don't you realize what you just said? What I said? What did I just say? You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison. You don't know. Who you's messing with? I'm the tiger. I control millions of dollars on the black market. You think I'm gonna let some jumped up suit get the better of me? Sure. The last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you, the biggest phony of all. Oh. I think he's had it. We beat the fake Phoenix Wright. Oh, he caused the blackout from yelling so much. What's going on? It looks like a blackout. Well done. Trite. I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you. Oh my god. Savor it. While you watch the police restrain your prey. Oh my god, we actually did it. Mr. Wright, you caught a tiger by his toe. But if this one hollers, he won't be let go. Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tigre, Mr. Gatto? He is being arrested on suspicion of the murder of Glenn Elk, Your Honor. Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. Yes, she was. And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake. Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. For real, Tigre is a truly frightening criminal. The truly frightening one is the defense attorney over there. Gatto? Well, I am now in a position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty. I've been playing for over 3 hours now, bro. That is all. This court is adjourned. Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Maggie. I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago. But now I feel like I can forgive him. Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger. Look, Nick. In the doorway. Is it Gumshoe? Gummy! Detective Gumshoe. Oh. Guess I'll be heading off then. See you around, pal. Wait! I feel like we've been here before. Detective Gumshoe. Oh, yeah. Congratulations, Maggie. Thanks. I knew you were innocent all along. Why didn't you say that in your testimony then? Oh, well, I was. Well, guess I'll be heading off then. See you around. And he just ran away. Wait up, detective! He just ran off. Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle. That wasn't even of any use. But It's only because of Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Bro, what a bitch, bro. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles. Poor guy. Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him. Can't you put in a good word for him, Nick? Yeah, Maya is right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie, you know, Detective Gumshoe has been really worried about you through all this. I wanted to believe that, sir. Well, on the first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up. He didn't have a choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts. He doubted me. That's why I thought I might have done it. I've got to prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom. Oh, is it this now? Here you are. A present to celebrate your freedom. That's a present from Detective Gumshoe. Made with a ton of love. He said you lost weight and he was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe? I actually really like weenies. You know? Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know. Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it? Is it okay if I eat this now? So, how is it, Maggie? It's really good. At least, what do you call it? At least it was resolved peacefully. That was actually a pretty fun episode. I actually really enjoyed that. What do you call it? It was really interesting seeing like there was a fake Phoenix Wright and we had to go up against him, and like what do you call it? Like what do you call it? We got to see Maggie again and Edgeworth. I'm sorry, and we got to see like Detective Gumshoe a whole lot more. Hold up, that's Edgeworth right there. That's Edgeworth. That's my boy. I love Edgeworth. You already know I love Edgeworth. Alright, but I'm gonna stop right there, okay? If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and bye for now.